Coming up on Lazer Update, we take a look into what students do in order to distress from studying for finals by creating art.
We also take a look at OCC past graduates and what they've done in their careers.
All that and more in the next 20 minutes. Good morning and welcome to Lazer Update, the show where we update you on what's been happening on the campus. I am Giselle Wasi.
And I'm Charlie Shorey. It is Tuesday, May 9th, and we're so close to the end of the semester. Let's finish off strong, everyone.
I couldn't have said it better myself. But before we get into the summer mindset, let's update everyone on what's been happening on campus. As we approach final exams, it's common for people to stress over studying or worrying about how well they will do, especially if they have work, commitments outside of school. In this segment, we look into what OCC has for students to unwind and ease their mind for a.
On April 18th through April 19th, Wellness Days were held on campus. OCC students got a chance to put the books down for a while, getting much-needed rest, and finally, a chance to relax.
Wellbeing Days on campus are really an effort by the college to try to support students in their mental health. We've got some rocks to paint. Kids love painting the rocks. Something new called Brain Tap that we're bringing in. And then we've got a woman from Coco's Candles coming in. Her name's Yolanda Johnson, and she's going to help make body scrub. And then if you participate in any of those things, we've got Gannon's ice cream coming, and there's free ice cream if you participate.
Able to do the massage chairs and paint the rocks. I think this is very helpful for students because it helps release the stress, especially during finals week, a way for people or college students to de-stress.
We want to have people know we care about people being relaxed, comfortable, and healthy. And whether it's healthy outlets for stress or healthy relationships, that's our goal here. And we think if you are relaxed, you're going to concentrate better, you're going to study better, you're going to do better.
Well, I for one think that looks really relaxing. All the paint and creativity of the whole event. It just looks so peaceful.
I agree. You can do a lot with art. The possibilities are endless. Turning from art to literature, reporter Lyle Freeman introduced us to Tim Saka, who's not only an instructional technology librarian, but also connects OCC to the community as one of the coordinators of the Civic Engagement Center.
Culture Library has tons of information on pretty much anything. Among the people waiting to help you sort through it all is Tim Saka.
So I have my regular duties that I help at the reference desk on the second floor on the weekly basis. Anytime a student has a research question, they can bring the assignment paper to the second floor and we sit down and we do an interview with them. What kind of a topic they're interested in researching, what kind of sources available for them, how they can do citation. We can show them some ideas how to put the project together. So one thing that was really, how can I say, significant for me to see the focus on the students. I was in the other college campuses in the other parts of the countries, but OCC has that kind of a identity that it's a community college. So our former president used to say our middle name is community. So our students come from this neighborhood, and whenever I see that when they come onto this campus, they are the focus point for everybody on this campus.
Saka remains laser focused to helping students succeed in the classroom.
Professor Saka's involvement in the community provides great opportunities for service, learning, internships, and for OCC students to expand their learning beyond the classroom.
There is all sort of reason why people decided to go to college, and everyone has their story. This segment of Lazer Update is called Parts of the Campus, where in this case, we dive into why students decided to go to OCC and not another school. Eric Shears takes it from here.
I had the privilege of going around and asking current OCC students why they chose Onondaga Community College.
I chose OCC because my high school offers a program where we can get a head start on college, and I really wanted to get some of my prereqs out of the way. So once I go to college, I can just focus on what I want to be majoring in and what I want to do.
I chose OCC because I wanted to kind of get more of a feel of what I wanted to do, and I wanted to know what I wanted to major in, and I wanted to get some extra classes to see if I wanted to pursue that instead of biology, which I've decided on.
I chose OCC because it was close from home, it is a great school, and it was affordable.
Now the question is, why will you choose OCC?
There you have it. There is just some of the students' story on what made OCC stand out for them.
Before we head off to commercial break, let's take a quick look into what's happening and coming up on campus. OCC is hosting a paint night tonight, running from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. in Culture Room 116. Be sure to get there early because there are only limited seats. On May 11th, there will be a Cares for COVID talk in Mooney, table space 3 on the quad side.
Why did I choose OCC? Because I can go on into stuff like neuroscience, keep going with psychology.
I chose OCC for recording, behind the scenes, basically anything in studio work.
Engineering aspects of my program that I was interested in. The CAD lab, the machine shop, and the hands-on basis of everything.
The Coulter Library is your place for entertainment. With over 77,000 books, movies, and CDs, there's always something to do. Your place for research help. Trouble with a project? Ask a librarian. Your place for quiet space. Shh, our first floor is reserved for quiet work only. Your place for IT help. Visit our help desk on the second floor. All this and so much more at the Coulter Library. Open 7 days a week. For more information, visit sunyocc.edu/library.
Wes Anderson films, you're in luck this summer. His new movie, set in the 1950s, is about world-changing events that distractingly disrupt a junior stargazer space cadet convention in an American desert town. With stars like Tom Hanks, Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson, and Maya Hawke, I'm sure it'll be a blast. Make sure to check out Asteroid City, set to land in theaters June 16th.
Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Giselle Wasi.
And I'm Charlie Shorey. We have a lot more here on today's Lazer update, so let's get right into it. Have you ever been concerned about what you should do after college or what you should do with your diploma? OCC recently held an alumni panel, which had graduates of OCC's art program come back and talk about their time here and how it furthered their careers. Our reporter Krause has the scoop.
OCC has hosted an art alumni panel where local artists and OCC alumni share how they have achieved success in the art community after they graduated from OCC's art program, made all possible by Kelly Unz.
It's kind of geared towards art students, so what we're doing is bringing in former alumni from the art program here at OCC. They're going to come in and talk about what their experience was like here at OCC in the art program and kind of how it led to their success now in their positions or titles, whatever they give themselves, just in their profession within the art industry. So we have an illustrator coming in, we have a muralist coming in, and we're going to be looking at somebody that does a little bit of films and graphics. We're trying to bring them in right now, just to talk to students, because the art industry itself can be very broad and very scary. So students that are in the art program now, they're not really sure how to navigate to get to maybe where they want to be. So aside from art education, there's a bunch of different avenues that art students can take, and bringing these panelists in to talk about how they got to where they are now is going to really help hopefully inspire students and kind of maybe show them different pathways and avenues that they haven't considered and how they can use their art degree.
So I am a freelance videographer, producer, editor, photographer, and I do some graphic design art in the sense of flyers and save the dates for wedding clients and things like that. My time at OCC, I think, was fast. One, it was a fast 2 years of learning. You know, in my same field of media, depending on what particular medium you're in, just try to stay patient. I think patient with yourself, patient with the process. And take things a little bit at a time.
Wow, what a panel. I hope those who attended got some ideas of what could be their future career. Maybe someone will be on the panel in the future as well.
As much as we've been talking about students here on campus, let's change it up and talk about the staff here. Lisa Huff is a librarian here at OCC and is dedicated to helping students with getting the resources they need. Let's take a closer look.
Since 2016, Lisa Hoff has been a librarian at Onondaga Community College, and her main priority is to help students learn about library resources.
So I actually did an internship at OCC when I was working on my master's degree at Syracuse University. So in 2010, I was an intern at Coulter Library, and I really loved the experience, and it just seemed like a really fun place to work. And the other librarians were really knowledgeable and great to work with. So I knew while I was working on my master's that OCC was where I wanted to work. The librarians mainly provide research assistance to faculty and students. That's probably their primary job. So we have a classroom in the library. Faculty members bring their classes here for us to help students learn how to use library resources and navigate through our website to find what they're looking for. And so students can come to the library and check out a biology textbook or a math textbook and use it in the library. If they don't have access to the book, they can borrow it here and use it in the library. The thing that I enjoy most about working at OCC is the students. I was a community college student myself. I can definitely relate to that experience.
Wow, what a helpful resource for students to have, especially if you're having trouble in your classes.
Giselle, we've been talking a lot about art today. I, for one, think I'm a creative person, but this next segment takes a lot of talent to pull off. OCC held an origami event during Unity Day and showed off all sorts of designs for people to showcase their own talents here on campus.
Did you know that on Unity Day, there is a table that is hosting paper origami? The table is in the middle of all the event tables being very easy to miss. It blends in even. The man hosting the table is teaching people origami from scratch with colored paper. He's also giving handouts to anyone who wants to learn on their own at home. Next time on Unity Day, look out for the table with the colored paper and folded paper animals.
That does look like a lot of fun. Speaking of fun, we have an exciting recap on what's going on around the campus. Like this next segment in college sports, let's take a look. On Sunday, April 7th, the women's lacrosse team for OCC went against Monroe Community College and had a score of 18-12, with OCC winning the game. Then the Lazers won the regional championship game and now has a spot in this national championship tournament in Rochester. On the same day, our OCC men's basketball team went against Tompkins-Cortland Community College with a score of 6-2 with OCC, unfortunately losing that game.
On May 13th and 14th, the men's lacrosse team goes to the NJCAA National Championship Tournament in Bel Air, Maryland, hosted by Hartford Community College.
Why did I choose OCC? I chose OCC because it's close to home.
Why did I come to OCC? I came to OCC because it was financially affordable for my family.
Why did I choose OCC? I chose OCC for the hands-on learning.
To me, OCC is an opportunity to find what I'm passionate about.
OCC means opportunity to me. Opportunity for people of all ages and all walks of life.
OCC is a place to hone my skills and learn about the industry.
Visit sunyocc.edu to figure out what OCC means to you.
It's been the last full week of classes and finals right around the corner. We'll have a lot of students graduating this semester. So here from the studio, we congratulate all the graduates.
Welcome back, everyone. I am Giselle Rossi.
And I'm Shirley Shorey. For our final segment for the show, we'll be discussing how some companies may be abusing their power for marketing and advertisement, or in other words, the use of marketing misrepresentation. Nick Krause will be discussing the topic. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. Hello, everyone. I'm Nick Krause, and today on Got Issues, we're discussing the use of marketing misrepresentation. Many companies use this as a way to boost what they're selling, or just try to get people to buy anything without considering looking way too much into it. Joining me today are Chevy Chapey and Annabelle Hughes to talk about the matter. Thank you guys for joining me today. So my first question goes out to you, Annabelle. What is your opinion on marketing misrepresentation?
Well, I think just quite frankly, it's now a staple in marketing. You know, you can't just sell the product. You have to sell a bit extra, even if we don't have the extra. It is just how it is nowadays. You have to know what you're going to look for and be on the lookout for all the falsehoods they're selling you.
Especially on Amazon, because you never know what size anything is if you're buying clothing or anything. And Chevy, I'm going to ask you this second question here. Was there something that you've ever bought recently or when you were a kid maybe that wasn't what you expected it to be?
A couple of times. I remember when I was younger, I used to ask my grandfather for a lot of these Sonic plushies off of eBay, and they would miscorrect the size. Like, it'd be like, oh, it's like this big in this picture, and it's actually like that big. So, yeah, it's happened to me before where I just got the wrong information.
Right. And Annabelle, I'll come back to you. Is there a story about someone you know that may have bought something that wasn't what they were expecting?
Yes, every single Christmas, every single time, especially my relatives who shop for me and my brother because we don't live with our relatives, you know. We don't live with the relatives who give us Christmas presents, the good ones, the good presents. So they're like, what do we give the children? We don't know these children. So they're just like, oh, okay, this kid likes Minecraft. So they go and get the Minecraft plushies, but they're all these horrible bootlegged things.
Yeah, especially with Christmas, because sometimes I do a raffle with my cousins, and they're like 12, and I never know what to get them for Christmas. Chevy, I'll ask you this. Have you ever bought a gift for someone, and they used it for a while, and they talked to you about it and were upset at how the outcome of it was? And
surprisingly, not so far in my gifting career, you can say. Although I can see that becoming a problem eventually, because there's so many things online or on the market where like I can buy it and be like, you never really know if it's bad until you get it. That's the thing, because a lot of reviews on this like stuff is just it can be botted, so you never actually know if it's good or not.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that answer. When we come back, our discussions continue right here on Got Issues.
Why did I choose
OCC? Because I can go on into stuff like neuroscience, keep going with psychology.
I chose OCC for recording, behind the scenes, basically anything in studio work.
engineering aspects of my program that I was interested in. The CAD lab, the machine shop, and the hands-on basis of everything.
Welcome back, Nick here again, and I'm with Chevy and Annabelle, and we've been talking. Let's continue. So Annabelle, I understand that we're all college students here, and I hopefully understand that we've all been to high school before. So I'm gonna ask, was there a class that you signed up for or a teacher signed you up for that wasn't what you were expecting?
Every single one. Okay, so in high school, I took a music class, which, you know, all of us have to take a music class at some point. And I go there, and it's not a music class, it's a guitar class. And I'm like, I don't want to play guitar. My fingers were awful and calloused and terrible. And worst of all, there was a concert on my birthday. So I had to show up, and none of my other group mates showed up. So I had to go play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I was in high school, first of all. Why was I doing this? You know, I had to do that on my birthday, and nobody was there with me. Terrible.
I'm sorry to hear that. The first instrument I feel like I've ever played was in my music class, and it was like a flute, and I was never able to play any songs on it, unfortunately. And Chevy, I'll ask you this next question. Was there ever a movie that you saw a trailer for or anything that you wanted to go see, but it turns out the movie was absolutely horrible?
Yeah, Star Wars Episode 8 and 9. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, and I'm like, man, I hope Disney doesn't mess this up. I hope they said that it was great, and then I saw it, and it was, ugh. But yeah, no, I've had seen it.
Yeah, that reminds me of my dad's a huge Star Wars fan, and when he loves Rogue One, I think it's called.
That's a good one.
And he saw a part in the trailer that wasn't in the movie, so he was really upset about that. And Annabelle, I'll ask you this. Same thing with the classes and whatnot. Was there ever a teacher that you heard good things about, but when you eventually got to their class, they weren't what you were expecting?
No, for some reason, in like schools, you will hear, only positive reviews. Like, I have never heard people say, oh man, that teacher sucks, and me get there and then be like, oh, actually, this guy is fine. No, that's like the one not misrepresented thing in marketing. If you hear your fellow classmates say, oh God, I hope you don't get this guy's class, and you get that guy's class, start praying to every single God you can think of.
I'll keep that in mind. I'd like to thank my guests, Chevy Chafee and Annabelle Hughes, and hope you've enjoyed watching. I'm Nick Krause, and this has been Got Issues.
Thank you, Nick. And that wraps up today's edition of Lazer Update. I want to thank you for watching us and hope you have enjoyed what we have to put out as a crew.
Make sure to check out our Facebook and YouTube account on Onondaga Campus Connection, where new episodes are posted every Monday and Thursday and air at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Charlie Shorey.
And I am Giselle Weiss. Hope everyone has a safe and wonderful summer.